going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, man, Sri Lanka, well, they win 2 games in a row now. They lead the ODI series of 5 games. They lead 2-1. So if they win the next game, the series is done, and we will lose a ODI series in Sri Lanka, which I did say, as if you guys watch my T20 reviews on these games, I said as soon as we get into that ODI series, that's when it's going to be most dangerous for us. Because with all due respect, we are a subpar ODI team. Like, our ODI setup is genuinely average as it can get. Firstly, that's the selectors' fault, because they have always picked the same team for ODI as they pick for T20. Like, we have to have specialist players for each format. And we're going to get into that in a moment. But hey, all congratulations to Sri Lanka. They fielded great, they batted brilliant, and they bowled pretty well as well. So, hey, they're up 2-1 on home soil in packed crowds, packed Sri Lankan crowds, and the fans are absolutely loving it over there. It's giving them something to, really get behind and really be happy with. Obviously, we know what's going on in Sri Lanka at the moment. So I hope this is putting a smile on all of the Sri Lankans' face. But hey, let's get into it. Player of the match. What a knock. Seriously, what a knock from just an impressive man. That might sound a bit weird, but he's only 24. Like, he's 24, this guy. He's played 7 test matches. He averages 45. Pretty good. ODI cricket, he's played 14, an average of 21. And T20, he's played a handful of games as well. But he was simply outstanding last night. He turned 24 this year. Yeah, he's going to be a star if he's not already. 137 off only 147 deliveries. He not only gets Sri Lanka the win, they're speechless. It was a great knock. And if you haven't seen the highlights, I definitely recommend going to check them out. He played some great shots, didn't he? And he got Sri Lanka over the line. All right, this is where we're going to start. Of course, we were in to bat first. We made a few changes. Look, we've had to make a few changes during this series, obviously due to injuries to our bowling attack and stuff like that as well. But it's still no excuse. This team should, with all due respect, we should be beating Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka have great talent, and there was no surprise to me if Sri Lanka would win maybe 1 game. But we've let them win 2 in a row now, and if they win the next 1 or 2, and they win the series, it's going to be a big talking point back here in Australia about our 50-over setup team. David Warner obviously is obviously there. Look, a lean form of runs, but he's still one of our best destructive players in the world, so it doesn't matter. You know what is a highlight from this series, though? One of very few highlights from this series so far for me has been this exact man. Our skipper has stood up when it's mattered. He has been our best batsman this entire series for the T20s and now the 50-over games. He's probably the leading run scorer in the series. I mean, he's been really good. Okay, yeah, and you can absolutely keep your spot at the World Cup this year. That is a given. Finchy, I love you, and whoa. Not that way. I love you as a cricketer and a person. Yeah, let's just get that out there. I'll let that out, but yeah, he locks himself in for that T20 World Cup, and he absolutely deserves it. The amount of cop and flack that he has caught over the last 2-3 years about his runs has been, he would say, warranted as well. He's been in really bad form the last 18 months, but this last, probably couple months, he's really starting to pick it up, and he's starting to look stronger. He's obviously not going to look like, prime Aaron Finch when he was 26, but he looks fit. He looks good to go, and he looks like he is just putting every single bit of ounce of energy he has into the rest of this year, and then he will retire, we assume, after the World Cup. Mitchell Marsh, yeah, not great. 10 off 23. And this is one that I just don't know what's happened to Marnus Labuschagne. He is an excellent player of spin, but the spin has just bamboozled the heck out of him in Sri Lanka at the moment. It just hasn't been the Labuschagne we're used to in red ball cricket, but he's obviously one of our best batsmen. So he he can definitely stay there in our 50-over team because he is, yeah, absolutely. Alex Carey. Now, again, I still don't know where I sit on this Alex Carey versus, Josh Inglis versus Philippe sort of comparison. If it was me in white ball cricket, I would be playing either Inglis or Philippe because I think Carey's a great striker of the ball, but he's more of a red ball cricket player. I don't think he's got that, that old Alex Carey when he used to play for the Adelaide Strikers back in the day. Well, obviously he still plays for them, but when he first came onto the scene, yeah. So I don't know, but we love AC, so that's okay. Travis Head, though, he comes in for his first ODI and obviously was dominating Sri Lanka in the Oz A matches. And this, okay. Let's just take a deep breath. Let's have a drink of water before we start. Okay. All right. George Bailey. I know you're watching, friend. Now, this isn't exactly on you because it's obviously on the selectors who were before him. But Travis Head is one of our best Australian batsmen we've had in the last 10 years. And I feel pretty comfortable saying that, not only in, red ball cricket where most people only know Travis Head for his red ball cricketing abilities now. When he first started, he was only a white ball cricketer and a handy off spinner. He looked like he was going to be sort of that kind of Steve Smith sort of role. And obviously we were hoping he would perform into a test cricketer. He's done that. He's got test tons to his name. He's one of our best batsmen. He's a top 10 test batsman in the world on the record. But then he just got completely shut out from any white ball team in this country. And I hated it at the time because he was dominating our Sheffield, no, what's it called? The One Day Cup, whatever it's called. The JLT Cup, I think it's called. Yeah, he was dominating that, was killing it at the Big Bash, and he just got completely excluded from the team for, guys like Stoinis. I guess that's kind of the only guy who really stole his spot. But, it just kind of felt like they just excluded him. Well, he's back. And he should absolutely be a part of any Australian squad. Doesn't matter what format, he should be there. Maxwell, he came in extremely late, 33 off 18. And Cam Green, 15 off 12. Which is good to see Cam Green also playing some ODI cricket, which I also think Cam Green is an ODI cricketer. So I hope the selectors are doing this for a reason. They're not just doing it because we have injuries. So, yeah, I don't know. But it's a little bit frustrating as an Australian, but I'm going to put all of that behind me now because we're here to start. Let's congratulate Sri Lanka. Chamira, 1 for 49 off 8. He was really good. This guy is incredible right here. Mahesh Theekshana, none for 37 off 10. Now you're thinking, there's no wicket, whatever. But to bowl 10 overs of, quality spin, only to go for 37 in 10 overs is outrageous. A great depth bowler and someone who can just bowl anywhere in the entire game. You could open him up in a T20 for a few overs. You could, he could be that 16th to 20 over bowler. Obviously, ODI cricket, he's impressive. And he's only going to get better once he keeps playing more IPL cricket, more international cricket. Yeah. He's very impressive, that man. Karuna Ratne, well, he was not impressive at all. None for 46 off 5. And this guy as well, Danith Walalaj. Now, he's only 19, I know. He's a young man. And he's only made his debut in these 2 ODIs, which is obviously a big thing for Sri Lanka. But he has looked incredible. He only took 1 for 56 off 10, which is okay, but the way he gets revs on the ball, he gets huge revs, he turns it, he gets a lot of flight. Yeah, he's gonna be a damaging spinner for decades to come. Van der Sar was also very, very impressive. 3 for 49 off 10. De Silva, 1 for 35 off 6. And the skipper also rolled the arm over. None for 10. Maybe he shouldn't have. All right, into Sri Lanka's batting. This is where the job was done. Did it pretty comfortably in the end. I mean, they had 9 deliveries remaining. There could have been 3 overs remaining because they were just kind of going out there trying to put everything over the boundary in the last over or two just to try and give the fans something, which they did. I mean, they got the win at the end of the day. So, Dick Weller, 25 off 26. I mean, he hit 5 fours. So what's 5? That's 20. 20 of his 25 runs came from boundaries. Interesting. Nasanka, who, I mean, we already spoke about, but let's speak about him again. He was pretty good, wasn't he? He was pretty good. 137 off 147 deliveries, 11 fours and 2 sixes. A composed innings, a great ODI innings that will go down in Sri Lankan history. It really should. Yeah, that was special. Kusal Mendez unfortunately retired hurt. I didn't get the full situation on that. I don't know how he hurt himself, but I hope he's okay because he was probably going to stay out there and finish the game. 87 off 85 he was on with 8 fours. De Silva 25 off 17. Sri Lanka not out with 13 off 12. And just some late wickets here. Actually, this which one did David catch? Yeah, David Warner. Again, if you didn't see the highlights, go back and watch at least Nasanka's batting innings, but also watch the way he got out. David Warner took he took a beautiful one-handed catch, did the man David Warner. He's still got that fielding ability in him, doesn't he? All right, we're going to go on to our Aussie bowlers. Embarrassing. Hazelwood, 1 for 57 off 9. I mean, he's our best bowler, so that's cool. Jai Richardson. Now, this is what Jai Richardson can do. This is why I say I never want to see someone like Kane Richardson, bowl again. Like, that's just respectfully, well, not respectfully, but I'm sorry, but Jai Richardson is just one of the most talented quick bowlers that we've ever had in this country, and we continue to, sometimes not play him games. We try to rest him for certain, he's good to go. He's good to go. 2 for 39 off 9. Yeah, really good. Glenn Maxwell, 1 for 44 off 7. Again, I'm going to keep saying it. I don't like Glenn Maxwell bowling, 7 to 10 overs a game. Unless we have an injury and we need that extra spinner, but I don't know. He doesn't deliver a lot with his bowling. I think it's okay if he bowls, 3 to 4 overs within the first, 20 overs of the game. But when you bowl him a bit later, it can get really dangerous. Kuhneman, wasn't his day, the debutant, none for 61 off 10. Cam Green, none for 30 off 5. Labuschagne, none for 49 off 7. And the man, Travis Head, rolled the arm over. So, none for 9 off 1. Yeah, maybe that's why he doesn't bowl anymore. All right. I think we're done. That is the review. Sri Lanka get a massive win. They have completely outplayed us these last 2 games. And the next ODI starts tomorrow. That's obviously 7 p.m. So, I mean, we have to win that. I'd love to see what the win predictor says. Oh, there isn't one. So, never mind. I also see this. The man Rajapaksa didn't play. So, I don't know if he's injured, but I thought he would definitely play. That's okay. So, hey, Australia, you want to lift, you want to look better than we have these last 2 games. I'm sorry, but if we come out the next ODI and we get beaten, I give up on this Australian 50 over white ball setup, seriously. But that's okay, because I would rather watch Test cricket. Anyways, so that's okay. The Test series is up next, which I'm more excited for, but hey, I hope you all enjoyed. Congratulations to Sri Lanka and Nasanka. A big, big day for cricket in Sri Lanka, and you love to see it. Hey, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see everyone in the next one.